Hello fellow cultivators. In this video we are going to have a walkthrough for the story quest of the 5 bloom, and in this video we are going to focus on Aoyao, basically this dragon girl over here. And I want to have a disclaimer that I do not have time to go through all the options to check what option will lead you to a bad ending, but I can guarantee if you follow this one you will get a good ending. And yeah, you need to be a male character, so I didn't do the female character bait as well. So without further ado, let's start. So while you are roaming around in Yongling region, could be very early, like in the first year, and you might already trigger this quest. And in this case, you will always see an icon of Aoyao on the map as well. This will be like for every single 5 birds the same thing, so that you won't lose it. So you will first see 2 cultivators gossiping. So let's go and see what do they talk about. Before you go to the next place, I would suggest you be a little bit more prepared because Aoyao's quest, the enemy can be a little bit difficult if you are in chaos. For example, I am in Chi refining late, but this is a good thing. First of all, I can optimize a bit so that I have a higher attack, and I got like a foundation level of mind skill and LMB. And another good thing is, if you are in Chi fighting late, Aoyao will be a little bit higher than you, so foundation, so this will help a bit.
唐漾，我留意你很久了。等等，这个洞天是我发现的，你不能进去。
You can see here that she has a very special skill. So that's one thing about all the 5 characters in the DLC. All of them, each of them will have a unique special skill, and each of them also have this special destiny. And if you go through this destiny, you will sort of see their personalities. For example, Aoyao is a dragon, and she also are curious about the world and like to explore. And that basically concludes both of the Aoyao quest line. You are exploring the world with her. By the way, she looks young, but her age is actually unknown. Be careful, dude. Unknown. Here, if your Aoyao is not at foundation, like if you are Chi refining middle and she is also Chi refining late, you will have a hard time dealing with Mountain Spectre. That's why I'm saying that I suggest you be a little bit more prepared. Still, in the same month, we would find Aoyao's icon popped up again, and as usual you will see it shining in your map. Let's just go to check out. Something I want to add is that it looks like you are talking, or it looks like Aoyao and other cultivators talking, but actually it's just Aoyao talking to you. It's a bit weird way they present these dialogues, but just ignore it. Are you sure you want to call me kid? One thing I do like about this quest is that you are going to meet like high level Kyrion monsters like Carpia. So if you're using the eye, you can learn some skills, and if you're using the gourd, you can get a transformable gourd imp from very early game. I mean, we know that she's a dragon just by looking at her nature destinies. And if you see, there's literally antlers on her head. And this is a pretty nice ring. And yes, going through the 5 Gloom DLC quests, you will get much better rings. And here we go. We learn the special skill from her, and from now on, whenever you learn any True Dragon Rising, you will directly be converted into True Dragon Flash. So just learn any, skills in higher realm, it could be the same thing. So this is not part of the main quest, but it's just a pop-up event from Aoyao, and she will bring you some materials for clothes. She's giving a reference about those Xianxia novels. So basically, you always get your cultivation level not by cultivating, but by events. Unfortunately, that's not the same thing in this game. You actually have to cultivate a lot, and learn skills, and comprehend skills. Boring stuff. But to our surprise, here, actually Aoyao is inviting us for a date. Talking about dates, the first thing we can do is you are an innocent little girl, but your lifespan is unknown. Are you telling me that she can drink, but cannot have dual cultivation? So the drinking age is a bit different? See the answers, I know, but it works.
你好呀。
Well, actually, on our way, we will meet this woman here. She is not technically not a part of the Aoyao quest, but she just appears in the middle and start commenting about Aoyao's quest, and yet she will appear in other four girls' quests all the time, just to give you some hint and information. Beautiful fox lady, you say? Well, is that really what you wanted? And yes, it's a blood demon. Very good. Don't worry about all your dying in battle. It doesn't matter. As long as you win the battle, there's no consequence at all. Like, seriously? 3000 HP? Look at me, I only have 700 HP. Well, she directly told you that meet her at her dwelling afterwards. Where is your place? Well, Sun God is just there. You can see it here. So we went to her place. So she's from the East Sea, from another dimension. And if you are familiar with Chinese mythology, you know that the Eastern Sea Dragon Palace is a common thing. So she's not talking about the Eastern Sea and the east of Hua Feng, but she's just, you know, the Bai Long Ma, the white dragon horse in Journey to the West. She's kind of the same. So here, I don't know what do they do in checking other sketch, but when you choose the first one, it does show you the standard thing, and then you don't really get the option to check other two again. I guess even if you choose the other two, it will still tell you everything, or maybe they will show more content, who knows. It doesn't really matter. So from now on, all your plays will be in Hua Feng region. So if you are in Qi refining, it might be difficult for you to go there. So you can either use a ring quest or just wait. So here I have used a ring quest to open the map in Hua Feng, so I can directly came here while I am still in Foundation. But as I said before, you can do this while you are in Qi Condensation or Golden Core, it doesn't really matter. I do suggest you to finish all your quests as early as possible. The reason we will see. Because I am doing this at Foundation middle, which means Aoyao is still Foundation late, and yes, this battle will be difficult, especially end boss skills, because it will be the same, it will be a Foundation, or I don't, maybe Qi Condensation Realm mythical monster, just like, the 3 Land of Arcane or Hellish Dunkang. So be careful while you're doing this early. Well, it's not. The thing is, it's not like if you're doing this Ichi Condensation or Golden Core, it will be better because it will be the same thing. Like if you're doing this in Golden Core, the Dunkang in the end will be Golden Core realm. So the general advice is make sure that you are at the late stage of one realm and somewhat prepared. If you feel like I am prepared enough to defeat Hellish Dunkang, then you can continue this quest here. And in my case, I am not that much prepared, so it will take me a long time to defeat this Dunkang. So if you are not interested, just skip. Or if you are interested how to defeat Dunkang or Hellish Dunkang, just take a look. Now look at this bullshit move here. Dunkang was facing towards Aoyao. I thought he would charge towards Aoyao, but for some reason he directly charged towards me in the backwards direction. So that caught me off guard. And yeah, I could have died just because of the one step. So that's the difficult thing about the battle in this case, because you are very easy to die if you get hit once. Now the trick is, of course, just don't get hit. It's not that difficult once you are familiar with the boss's moves. And especially, here's the thing about Aoyao's RMB, the spear special skill she gave you. It's very handy to have a spear special skill in early game when you need to dodge. For example, in this case, I know that Dunkang is going to charge towards me twice in a row now. So the first one I can walk away, and second one, I can simply use the spear special skill to charge through. And spear special skill, you can use it 3 times. The charged, you can see that icon. So it's very handy in early game. And of course, yeah, now the spears special skill previous was 2, now it's 1 more is charged again, so again 3, I can use it 3 times in a row. But usually I save it in for example in this battle, mostly just so that I can use it to dodge Dunkang's charge skills at the correct time.
可真慢呀。
Aoyao, if you stay inside that fire circle like this, you are definitely going to die. Thing about this abomination and his skill, especially the first one, can be difficult to dodge, like this one. I would suggest if you really want to dodge it, stop using your LMB, so your left mouse skill, because that will make you slower. And even if that is the case, angle is important. For example now, and again, the angle is not correct, it's very easy to get hit, and be careful with this one as well. So yeah, I wouldn't say this fight was ideal, and I'm only survived because that's the doji effect from my Lotus Swords Wheel. But yeah, if you're using other skills, you should have some kind of motion skill which has iframe, which can let you dodge through the thing. this battle you would actually only need to survive. So the best thing again is just get some motion skill which allows you to survive. And you don't really actually need to kill anything. So you see the countdown on the top, you need to survive for like 1 minute. And you will get a lot of those foxes. And you know the fox's skill is one is circles, the other is this tracking thing. So again, I would suggest you actually just use all your spear special skill so that you can charge 3 times very fast. And you don't need to attack, just walk, run as fast as you can. If you run fast enough and do not attack, do not hold your mouse button, you can dodge these circles. Okay, I know, it's very, very, very dangerous at this time. But I survived. This item have no use. Just save it for the keeper's sake, or sell it if you want. Again, one of the pop-up events, and a bit confused because did you say any harsh words? I don't remember that. But yeah, again, some clothes materials. This basically is how Artifact is in Chaos. Yeah, just got one-shotted by the Carpia. Again, Carpia here, you see that I especially used not really motion skill, but a beat skill of Duncan, which had iframe, so that I can go through that tornado, ice tornado thing. Yeah, you would, with some motion skill with that, would help you. And yes, unlucky enough I was frozen. Could have died, but I mean, I'm happy she will be alive, but I'm sad she will go away. So, Just to re-emphasize that, I do not know which option which will give you a bad ending. But of course, here should call out to her. I mean, just by common sense, right? Of course, here you should say, I'll be here waiting for you. I mean, if you choose the other option and get a bad ending, you know who to blame. It's very obvious, right? So just to say that it's not 50 years. It's a wrong translation here. She will be back in 10 years. That's the reason why I suggest to do all your quests as early as possible. It's written 10 years here in Chinese. And after Aoyao disappear, you will see this woman again commenting about Aoyao's quest line. So how time flies. 10 years later, year 13, month 9, we see Aoyao again. A science smoke. And actually, just like the last battle we did with Aoyao, we'll have to fight a Carpia, but just see how much more powerful we are now. Strangely, we do not see Aoyao after this battle. We actually have to go to her place in order to see her. And guess who's there? A tall, elegant woman. I mean, I haven't changed a bit. I want to say you also haven't changed a bit. You're still foundation. Well, I'm more the enlightenment. Alright, once you see this new title, and if you go to her place, you will see this giant screen stuff, you know that this quest has concluded. Now, just want to say that after the quest is finished, now you can interact with NPC Aoyao normally. You can become partner with her, and you can do all the normal interactions with her as well. And you can't do anything really, before that. Here I'm just using a mod to change my own, affinity towards her a bit higher. And she will actually progress by herself, so don't worry about that, just take a bit time. And finally, before we finish, let's just showcase this True Dragon Flash that she gave you. As you can see, the main difference between the True Dragon Flash and the original skill True Dragon Rising is that when the skill hits first enemy, they will have 3 more skills. I mean, this number will increase with Realm as well, which dealing 50% of the damage. So in the very beginning, it already does, I think there are 2 more spears, which does double the damage. Now it's 2.5 times the damage. So it is really, really much better compared to the original skill. So if you're using spear, you should use True Dragon Flash. And just to showcase, notice if I'm using this, there will be a bit small spears. You see those? Choo on the side. And also the main spear is a dragon head, which looks very nice. So that will be everything about Aoya's Quest playthrough. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.